Hello, Namaskar. Welcome you to the analysis. I am Chaman Nayak, and here's my take. What if the biggest thing separating Odisha from India's richest city wasn't distance but time? Well, you hit it right. For decades, Odisha watched the India's economic rise from always from the sidelines. While Delhi made policy, Bengaluru built unicorns, and Surat powered exports. But what about Bhubaneswar? Well, it waited. But what happens when waiting is no longer necessary because a proposed high speed rail vision could change something far more powerful than geography? Well, imagine this: Bhubaneswar to Delhi in hours, that's around 6 hours, Bhubaneswar to Surat around 5.5 hours, and Bhubaneswar to Bengaluru around 4.5 hours. Well, this distance exactly remains the same, yet suddenly the opportunity moved closer. Well, history tells us that the great economies are rarely built by resources alone, they are built by connectivity. Let's take example of Japan and China. Both are rising because of connectivity, and now India is beginning to imagine its own network of speed. Well, for Odisha, this isn't about trains, it's about possibility. Imagine it means an entrepreneur in Bhubaneswar can invest in Bengaluru and return on the same day. It means a student at Cuttack can access opportunities in Delhi. It means tourists exploring the temples of Puri and Simlipal become just an hour away from India's largest urban population. Well, business are no longer to ask, is Odisha too far? Instead, they will ask, why aren't we are investing there already? Because the story of Odisha has quietly been changing. A state once primarily dealing with cyclones and mineral wealth is now increasingly speaking about language of technology, infrastructure, manufacturing, and innovation. Well, the rise of Bhubaneswar as a smart city, the expansion of industrial corridors, and emergence of young, ambitious workforce, they are not isolated developments. They are the signals that Odisha is preparing for a large role in future. And of course, the high speed rail network remain a vision. There are questions of feasibility, investment, and execution. But here's a saying that dreams do not become reality, simply they are announced, and they require a political will, economic discipline, and public belief for sure. But every transformational journey begins with an idea that sounds impossible. Well, the question is no longer whether Odisha deserves to be connected to the world, India's economic heartland. The question is whether India can afford to overlook the potential of a state that is no longer content with catching up. Because Odisha's rise may not be defined by how far it travels, but how quickly it gets there. Well, the distance remains same, and the future, however, could arrive will be much sooner. And Odisha is right now considered as one of the emerging destination of India. Well, that's all from today's analysis. I will be back with another episode. Till then, thank you for watching this.